welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Pine Nut Kitchen, where I'm in my kitchen making a delicious recipe with you guys. So today, in the spirit of St. Patty's Day, just a couple days away, I thought we would make some Irish soda bread. I have been testing this recipe, if you've been following along on my Instagram stories, so many times. So I think I was on tester number 6 when I finally got it right. So I am going to share all my tips and tricks. I'm gonna share this recipe. It's really simple and we are making it mostly out of almond flour. Irish soda bread uses baking soda instead of yeast to help it rise. So it's a super simple way to make an easy, quick rise bread that you can just pop in the oven and have bread, and it's delicious. So that's what we're gonna make today. For this recipe, I found it best to use my electric mixer with this situation. So let's talk about our ingredients real quick. We have some blanched almond flour. Blanched is always my favorite just because it is super fine, the color is gorgeous, and I always go for blanched over almond meal. I have some tapioca flour or tapioca starch, sea salt, baking powder, baking soda, and for some sweetener, I'm using this monk fruit sweetener. So I got kind of tricked. This is part monk fruit sweetener, part erythritol. I wasn't thrilled. I should have looked at the ingredients before I bought it. I just assumed that it said monk fruit sweetener, that it would just be monk fruit sweetener. So you can use any granular sweetener that you like. I've tried coconut sugar and it makes it more of a brown color. So keep that in mind. If you want to use regular sugar, you can. If you have pure monk fruit sweetener, maybe do that. Or if you don't mind the erythritol, then maybe this is a good option for you. So really whatever you have on hand, whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you like, use that. So I'm just using 2 tablespoons, it's not too much. And it has a good taste to it, it gives it a nice sweetness, so I'm just gonna use this one. So the last ingredient that I have already prepped is this buttermilk. You can buy buttermilk in the store if you want to make your own. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. We're only gonna use about half of this, so it's 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar, and then pour it into the cup, and then fill it the rest of the way to the 1 cup line with your milk. So for this recipe, we're only gonna use 1/2 a cup. If you wanna do 1/2 a tablespoon of lemon juice and then 1/2 a cup of milk, that would probably be easiest. All right, so let's get into this recipe. The first thing we're gonna do is add all of our dry ingredients to our mixer. So we're gonna do 2 cups of almond flour. Almond flour gives it a nice buttery, bready flavor and taste to it. And then we're gonna go in with 1/2 a cup of tapioca starch. Tapioca starch really helps things come together and helps it kind of get that pull apart bread feel. It's slightly sweet and adds a really nice elasticity to the bread. So 1/2 a cup. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of this monk fruit sweetener. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of baking powder. My neighbors next door are hammering. Hopefully you cannot hear. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Whoops. 1/2 a teaspoon of sea salt. And then we're just going to put this on just to combine it a little bit. Just mix it up. I'm telling you, how easy is this? You just put everything in here, mix it up. I'm gonna pour my buttermilk into my 1/2 cup just to make sure I get all of it. It's nice and thick. So what we're gonna do is we are going to turn this on and I'm gonna slowly pour the buttermilk in as it is coming together. So turn it on, where's the thing? Over here. Okay. I'm gonna slowly pour this in. Let me turn this off and scrape down the sides. Nice and bready. That looks good. So like you saw, not too much whipping, not too much beating. You want it to come together, but you don't want it to get too flat. So, take this off. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm using this hook attachment. All right, so I'm just gonna transfer this onto my baking sheet. You wanna kind of plop it out into a ball. So you want it to be a ball. Use your hands to kind of mold it into the perfect ball. All right, so this is looking like a perfect little bread dough ball, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna top it off with some additional tapioca flour just to give it a nice floured top, I guess. So I'm just gonna go in, get a little bit on my hand, and sprinkle it on top. You don't want it to be too crazy, but you do want a nice floured look to it. It just makes it pretty when it comes out the oven. Give it a nice floured dusting, if you will. And then we're gonna go in with a knife and you gotta do the little X on the top. It's a little lucky charm. You have to add it. It is essential. You have to do it. So I got my bread. It's looking good. We are going to bake it. I'll check back in with you then. All right, you guys, so this is baking at 400 degrees for about 35 minutes. Nice and crusty and brown on the outside. I already sliced into it because I had to see how it turned out. You want to let it cool, come to room temperature before you fully cut into it. I'm gonna show you the delicious inside and show you my favorite way to eat it, which is toast it up with some butter on it. All right, let's slice some. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at that gorgeous texture on the inside. The flavor is just so buttery with some sweetness and delicious. I'm gonna give you a little close-up of the texture on the inside. Stay right there. I'm gonna toast it up and put some butter on it and then take a bite. Now I get to take a bite of this delicious Irish soda bread, toast it up with some butter. You guys, it is so fluffy. It's really satisfying and hearty. I love the taste. I love the texture. I know you guys are gonna love this recipe for easy Irish soda bread too. I'm linking to the full recipe down below, so head down there if you want to check it out, if you want to print it out, if you want to make it for yourself. And if you do make it, you have to let me know what you think. I would love to hear about your creations. I hope you make this. I hope you love it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe because I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube fam. I am Lindsay from thetoastedpinenut.com. Come find me on Instagram at thetoastedpinenut and I will see you in my next video. Bye.